Tinder Meme Review! Hey, welcome to Online for Love, your #1 resource for dating by the numbers. Today we're going to be going over an online dating app called Tinder, but more specifically we're going to be going over Tinder-related memes. Now before I get into all that though, I do need to tell you guys about our Tinder 101 Hub. Our Tinder 101 Hub consists of 70 plus articles that give you the information needed in order to master Tinder. And another indispensable necessity is our Tinder opening line formula. Using the Tinder opening line formula, we have discovered that users have had a 3 times response rate compared to what they had before. You can find those necessities in the links in the bio down below, along with our online dating app quiz and more. Now, in order to make this review a bit easier to comprehend, I've broken it down into these 6 sections. The first of which being fails, dark humor, and other regular Tinder memes, then it's not how it looks like, then name memes, then just cringe memes, then pervert memes, and then godly memes. So without further ado, let's jump into #1 on my list, which is fails, dark memes, and regular Tinder memes. This first one is hilarious. It is Jesse and James from Pokemon, and some dude and his friend matched with the same girl, so one of them sent James saying, "Prepare for trouble." The other one sent Jesse and said, "Make it double." This is hilarious. This next one is a tweet, it looks like, and it says, "I met this dude on Tinder and asked what his last name was. He told me, then replied, 'You do a little background check? You might find out I'm a murderer, just ignore that.' Okay, so a good sense of humor. When I googled him, he was actually a murderer." Oh my god. Okay, let's look at this next one, which is some messaging systems. One person says, "Hey," then "Hi," then "How are you?" Then "Not gonna lie, quite horny. You got what it takes?" Nah. And then they said back, "Shame, I would have given you the best 6 thrust of your life." And then they have a laughing emoji that says, "Long lasting." And they said, "It's not the duration of the wave, it's the motion of the ocean." This next one is great. It's The Mandalorian. And I have to admit, I haven't seen any Star Wars, but I do know enough to get the references. This next one is very messed up. They said, "Why are you using Tinder?" And the girl responds back, "My boyfriend died last year, so I'm trying to get back into the dating scene, really." And then he said, "Damn, that's sad. On our first date, we should use a Ouija board to get his permission to smash." And she responds, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" This next one is great humor. It's some girl with seemingly only one arm, and her bio says, "Hands down the best catch on Tinder, face 10 out of 10, body 9 out of 10, personality 20 out of 10, and arms 1 out of 2. This next one is an alpha male for sure. He says, "Hello there, red, white, and beautiful. Are you tired of weak beta males that drink soy lattes? Soy is for pussies, and I'm here to grab yours. I like my woman like I like my coffee, hot and ready in the morning. Every time I get an erection, a bald eagle cries out in American pride and the flag flies a little harder. I don't negotiate with terrorists or toddlers. I'm a free American and I want to know if you're free tonight." Gah. This next one's a real Tinder Shakespeare. They said, "Damn girl, you are a toaster, cause I'd be down to take a bath with you." Me, let's try Tinder. Me after a few hours of Tinder. This entire city must be purged. This dude is really going for his puns here. The first message he sent says, "Hello Laura, you look pretty fly." And she responds, "Hey." And he said, "Sorry if that opening pun was a little plain, ha." "No problem," she says back. And he says, "I was just winging it." And she says, "So where are you from?" And he keeps going. He says, "Ha, I see none of these jokes really took off." So this is going to move me on to the next one on my list. Before I jump into that, I did want to tell you guys to be sure you are hitting like and subscribe. Seriously, it really does help push our videos out so that more users can utilize this information from us here at Online for Love. Super duper appreciate it. So going to move me on to #2 on my list, which is It's Not What It Looks Like. This next one is Trump and Kim Jong-un, and its caption says, "When the Tinder date doesn't look like their profile picture." This next dude is certainly very desperate. It's a picture of a girl on the Tinder profile, and it's a dude in the bio though saying, "Actually a dude trying to find someone to sell me weed. Not a chick, I just want some pot and a better drug dealer." Next one is a guy's bio, and it says, "I'm the kind of guy you can take home to meet your mom. She'll think I'm charming, kind, and a bit sexy. She falls in love with me, and I think I feel the same. We get married, I'm your dad now. I confront you, young lady, why do you have a Tinder account? You are now grounded." This Woody Woodpecker scene is very relatable, and it says, "When you start dating on the internet." This next one is a pickup line, and it's a dude who says, if I was a hamster and I met a female hamster I'd say, hey girl, are you from Amsterdam? Because hamsterdam. This next one is great. Me on Tinder cross-referencing 6 different group photos to figure out which one is her. Next one is seemingly from Twitter, says him, what's your body count? And then me says, for what? And he says him, for people you've slept with. And then I say, oh, I thought you saw it in the basement. And he goes, what? So of course, Tinder is a great online dating website, but is it the best one for you? To find out if it is, check out our online dating website quiz. Our online dating website quiz is going to ask you specifically what you're looking for in an online dating website, and at the end of that quiz, it's going to let you know what the perfect online dating website is for you personally. So this is going to move on to the next one on my list, which is name memes. Person is talking to somebody named Paige, and they said, oh gosh, does this mean I have to start carrying a bookmark if I don't want to lose you? She responds, wow, funny. And he says, oh man, you probably get that a lot, don't you? And she says, no, actually, I've never heard of that one. And he says, dang, well, I noticed the most pages have numbers, but I didn't happen to catch yours. This next one is the perfect go-to of a SpongeBob meme, and it says, aren't you handsome? And he says, no, this is Patrick. And she says, is this the Krusty Krab? And he utilizes the GIFs to say, no, this is Patrick. This next one definitely has some history to it. It's a note that was left on a fridge, and it says, if my roommate met you on Tinder, you have no right to go through my fridge. Get your own food, ho. This next one, he sends a message that says, okay, time to do some ice breaking. I was bored the other day, so I attached all my watches together to make a belt. It was a waste of time. And she responds back, come on, Matthew, you can do better. And he says, yeah, I know. I thought I'd swipe right anyway and see what you'd be like. This next one is totally relatable, and it says, when you are not as handsome as Brad Pitt. Oh no, you're not getting any Tinder matches. This next one is very punny. It's a picture of a match as their Tinder profile, and their bio says, well then it looks like you just found the perfect match. This next one is one of my favorites. It's somebody who clearly infiltrated Tinder and put their doggo in, because clearly their doggo is not 26 years old. That would be an elvish dog if I were to say so. And their bio says, if you're into bad boys, swipe left because I am a good boy. This next one is great too. It's Loki, and it says, you must be truly desperate to come to me for help, and it's alluding to when you get a match on Tinder. And this dude's bio is great. He's pictured back here with what looks like a ton of cattle, and his bio says, I keep 300 heifers satisfied every day, looking to make that 301. This next meme is not relatable to me, but I can imagine a funny situation where 2 users have fake profile pictures and then they meet up together. So this is going to move me on to the next one on my list, but before I jump into that, I did want to tell you guys about our secret Tinder opening line formula. Our secret Tinder opening line formula is a necessity for guys who are especially struggling with getting responses from girls on Tinder. Those guys who have utilized our secret Tinder opening line formula have had a 3 times more response rate compared to when they weren't using the formula before. So if you'd like to have better conversations, which can lead to better dates, definitely check out our secret Tinder opening line formula. So this is going to move me on to the next one on my list, which is just cringe memes. So this next one is Freddy from the movie, and he is obviously a reference to pop culture. And here we got an image of James, who looks very sketchy, and his bio says, I like long walks on the beach with my girlfriend until the LSD wears off and I realize I'm just dragging a stolen mannequin around a Wendy's parking lot. This next one is what is clearly a man, and it says Ashley, aged 18, and works at Victoria's Secret. And of course, that is not true. Definitely not the same person. This next one often makes a huge debate, but let's read it anyway. It says, a girl sends a message saying, how tall are you? And he responds with 6'3". Why? And she says, oh, good. And so he responds back, yeah, well, how heavy are you? And she says, what? And he goes, what are the numerical digits that appear on the scale when you proceed to apply your weight into it? And she says, why does that matter? And he says, why did my weight matter? Hashtag double standards. This next one is a bio, and it says, I hear you like bad boys? Well, I'm bad at everything. This next one is a good piece of humor that somebody used in their bio. They are apparently in a wheelchair, and their bio says, I enjoy long walks on the beach, except I can't walk and the sand fucks up my tires. This next one is a great comparison of Tinder profile pictures and then the reality. And yet another comparison of a Tinder profile versus real life image. So this is going to move me into the next section of my list, which is pervert memes. This next one is a YouTube comment on a Super Smash Brothers video. on YouTube, and their comment says that sandbag flew away faster than my Tinder matches. This next one says, I upload my Tinder pics upside down so when girls turn their phones and swipe left, it actually swipes right. This next one is a military meme, and it says, how privates think girls react when they have a high and tight, dog tags, and infantrymen in their Tinder bio. This next one is from a subreddit that incorrectly names WikiHow images. And this WikiHow image is a girl holding a box full of a ton of eggplants, and they retitled it, How to Get Overwhelmed as a Woman on Tinder. So this is going to move me on to the last one on my list, but before I jump into that, I did want to ask you guys to be sure you are hitting like and subscribe. Seriously, it really does help push our videos out so that more users can utilize this information from us here at Online for Love. We super duper appreciate it. This next one shows a Jesus profile, and he is a dude who is literally dressed up as Jesus. He's pouring water, which is seemingly turning into wine. And he says, actually several thousand years old. I don't know why it says 20. My dad is a pretty big deal, and I die for your sins, so I'm committed. Hit me up if you need some Jesus in you. This next one is hilarious. It's a picture of somebody, and in the caption they're saying, trying to explain why you said body of God on your Tinder profile. This next one, very relatable. It's a Tinder notification that says, somebody likes you, open Tinder to see you. And the caption says, don't do that, don't give me hope. This next one is certainly a bit blunt, but it's a guy who has his bio that says, going to prison in March for narcotics distribution, so not looking for anything serious. This next one is visually very confusing. Somebody's bio says, mother of two, virgin, I love my husband, and lesbian. So that just about wraps up this video. If you guys wanted to increase your success on Tinder, I do suggest that you check out our Tinder 101 Hub. Our Tinder 101 Hub consists of 70 plus articles that give you the information needed in order to master Tinder. And another indispensable necessity is our Tinder opening line formula. Using the Tinder opening line formula, we've discovered that users have received 3 times the response rate that they had before. You can find those necessities in the links in the bio down below, along with our online dating app quiz and more. If you guys wanted to see some more content from us, be sure to check out our videos popping up on my left and right here. And I did want to ask you guys again to be sure you are hitting like and subscribe. Seriously, super duper appreciate it. We'll catch you guys here next time on Online for Love. See ya.